जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna and welcome back. Thank you for joining. Today we are discussing verse number 36 of chapter number 2 from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And in last few verses, verse 31 onwards, Krishna is explaining to Arjuna that how it is beneficial for Arjuna to perform his swadharma. So Arjuna was a Kshatriya, so Arjuna should perform his Kshatriya dharma and he should fight. And while discharging the duty, if Arjuna dies, then he will be elevated to the heavenly planet. So that was discussed in verse number 32. But if he wins, then he wins the earthly kingdom. So this was the benefit. Either he wins or either he loses. There will be a win-win situation for Arjuna. And if he doesn't perform his duty out of the so-called compassion, then what will happen? He will incur sin for neglecting his duty. Also, he will lose reputation as a fighter. So that will bring infamy to his name. That was discussed in verse 34. And also, for a respectable person, dishonor is worse than death. So that's what Krishna is telling Arjuna. And in verse 35, Krishna is telling Arjuna, which was the previous verse, that the great generals who have highly esteemed your name and fame will think that you have left the battlefield out of fear only. And thus they will consider you insignificant. So basically, Krishna is telling Arjuna that it is not a good idea for him to not fight. So the best option for him is to fight this war. And continuing in the same thought, Lord Krishna is speaking verse number 36, where he is saying, let's read. Avachya vadamscha bahun vadishyanti tava hitaha nindastava samarthyam tato dukkataram nukim. So the translation is, your enemies will describe you in many unkind words and scorn your ability. What could be more painful? So let's understand the Sanskrit terms. So the first line is avachya vadamscha bahun. Bahun means many. And avachya vadams is basically kind and unkind and fabricated words. So your enemies will describe you in many unkind and fabricated words. So they are going to make up stories if you don't fight. So that is line number B, that vadishyanti tava ahitaha. Ahitaha means somebody who is your enemy. So that is a hita, means somebody who is your friend, somebody who is thinking good about you and who is your benefactor. But here is ahitaha. Ahita means your enemies. Tava ahita means your enemies actually. And vadishyanti means they are going to say. So they are going to, basically your enemies are going to scorn you or disrespect. And they are going to basically mockery about you. So that is the first two lines. And then in the next line, Krishna is saying nindantas. Nindantas means going to criticize or condemn. And criticize what? They are going to criticize your samarthyam. Samarthyam means your ability. So they will going to doubt your ability. So then the last line Krishna says, tato dukkha taram nukim. So how can you handle such criticism? You're a Kshatriya, how can you handle such criticism? What could be more painful for you than this? So in English grammar, we have this degrees of comparison. So there is a positive, and then there is a comparative, and there is super. For example, positive is deep and then the deeper is comparative, and superlative is the deepest. Another example is like new, newer, newest. So similarly in Sanskrit we have this term dukkha. So dukkha taram. So dukkha taram is, if you see over here, dukkha and taram. So in Sanskrit the words like this, dukkha is the positive, can be considered as positive. Then dukkha tara is basically comparative. So it is more painful, right? So dukkha is what can be more painful than this. And then the superlative is dukkha tama, or most painful. So painful is dukkha, dukkha tara is more painful, and similarly dukkha tama is the most painful. So this kind of comparative things are done in Sanskrit, like it is there also in English language, but this is also existing in the this Sanskrit language. So this is what Krishna is saying, what could be more painful for you. So let's see what Srila Prabhupada has to say in the purport. So Prabhupada is saying the Lord is defeating Arjuna's argument of compassion. So Arjuna didn't want to fight out of compassion for his relative. But here Lord Krishna is saying the Lord was actually astonished in the beginning at Arjuna's uncalled for the plea of compassion, and he described his compassion as befitting the non-Aryans. So because Arjuna is Aryan, he should not lament on such a thing, because he was lamenting on the platform of bodily platform. He was seeing his relatives as body, and he was having compassion for them, and he gave many arguments that he is going to miss his relatives. So basically Krishna is counteracting all those arguments of Arjuna with first Krishna has presented that the Arjuna and all the other, they are present in this battlefield, they are not this body, they are eternal soul. So he should not lament for this soul, because soul is going to continue its journey, though the body will be killed, but the soul is going to continue its journey. So Aryan must think in those terms. So that's why Krishna was astonished how Arjuna could behave in such a way. So that's why Krishna also chastised Arjuna in the beginning. Right in the beginning of chapter 2, he chastised him. So now in many words, he has proved his statement against Arjuna's so-called compassion. So Krishna has presented so many arguments, and then he has established that there is no reason for Arjuna to lament. And in this case, if he doesn't wish to fight, then his enemies is going to describe in very unkind words, and basically they are going to scorn his ability. And what could be actually more painful for Arjuna in these circumstances, when they are going to criticize Arjuna's ability to fight. So that is pretty much the discussion in verse number 36. And in verse number 37, the Lord will give his final verdict. So that is his final verdict is whatever his conclusion on the discussion which is going on. That is the first application on the platform of soul. That understanding that you are not this body and you are the soul, then you must act on the platform of soul and perform your swadharma. That's what Krishna is saying to Arjuna. So the conclusion will be the next verse. So we'll stop here. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Bol.